What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we are back with Level 4 What's Klaws is Mind story for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. We're actually going to get a trophy achievement for completing the level called The Klaws Are Out. We're going to get a gold brick for completing the level as well, and we fall just shy of that, well, looks like about 100,000 studs for that requirement. But hey, I'm already talking over the first cutscene, so let's see what Kang is up to.
Genius.
Your genius is not in question, my Kang of Kangs. So perhaps you might show some mercy on this occasion?
Mercy? A fanciful suggestion, my little morning star. That I, Kang the Conqueror, should perhaps be Kang the Merciful. Get these windows cleaned. A conqueror should be able to see who he is conquering.
Of course, your Kangnificence. I'll call maintenance.
Yeah, apparently they got some clean windows, because them birdies ain't seeing the glass there. But, all right, we've actually gained control of our heroes. We just need to run over to this rift, or this tear in the vortex, whatever it is, and hop on in to actually take us to the next cutscene.
Giant rock panther in the middle of a city. We've got to be somewhere in Wakanda.
So that weird portal brought us to Wakanda, huh? Hey, maybe we'll run into...
Wait a second. Look, it's Klaw.
There's a suspicious man, Scott.
It's the Klaw. Oh, wrong movie franchise, I guess, right? Anyhow, we found the Klaw for realsies, and we are going to follow this blue stud trail all the way to this door, which happens to be locked. And then we have to actually do a couple of things to get on inside, and that's actually going to allow us to physically continue the story, because this is actually part of the free roam, or the open world area. So this is actually an area you could travel to at any time, and there should be some quests and collectibles, gold bricks, things like that scattered, and to the yeah. So hey, grab on to She-Hulk and rip off that strong handle on the far right side, and you're going to be presented with a puzzle. And basically what we need to do here is get the power to travel from one power node to the other. You can see we've got the blinking green one up to the top left, and the blinking blue one down to the bottom left, and we've got some solid powers on the right. So basically we need to connect the dots, la la la, and hopefully I can figure this out sooner than later. To be completely honest with you, we had a game glitch where I had to restart over, and I had to play this twice. The first time I did it did not look like the second time I did it. So there may be multiple solutions to this puzzle, and there may just be different ways completely. So it may load in every time a little differently. Either way, make sure you get those power connected, and that's right. We can go ahead and lift the door and make our way inside to What's Klaws is Mind story, because that's what's next. So go ahead and select Continue Story, and let's see what is in store for me.
Yes, new goon on the block, Kang, claims to have stolen Manhattan and added it to other regions he has conquered from across time and space. This new time city, or Chronopolis, has Kang's Citadel at its center and is said to exist out of time. Kang also claims our escape from the Big Apple is currently impossible. But my sources tell me some of Earth's supervillains have been seen exiting Manhattan. The nefarious Klaw is a case in point. The Sonic scoundrel's been spotted heading out of Manhattan into, well, who knows where. Note to self, trademark name Chronopolis. Could be a money spinner.
Here goes my spider sense again. Something's not right.
You mean aside from the Wakandan jungle being a reasonable commute from downtown Manhattan?
No!
Avengers? 'Tis I, Black Panther, ruler of Wakanda. 'Tis good to see you, my friends. I am sorry if I startled you.
Startled? Me? Huh?
I hate to break up this reunion, but Klaw is probably halfway across the jungle by now.
Klaw. I too am on that villain's trail.
We followed him as far as here. Can you unlock this?
Certainly.
Huh?
morning, Tiddles.
What would Klaw and his big ape buddy want with that much vibranium?
Come, let us find out.
How are we gonna get in there? Those doors are impenetrable, even for me.
Not exactly. The explosives in those carts are designed for vibranium mining. They could blow that door open easily.
So just push one of those things all the way up there.
All right, we got Black Panther in the group now, and he actually has a tracker ability, which also leads to a digging ability, which I totally messed up right there. But hey, I wanted to point out something real quick. There is lots of Easter eggs that continue over the different LEGO games, and you know, usually they're relevant to like the theme of the game. Like we're in Marvel right now, so you'll see like all sorts of things. Like Stan Lee in Perils is totally kind of an Easter egg or homage to one of the main creators of the Marvel comic series. Or world for that matter. And, you know, one of the things that we've seen consistently throughout every LEGO game, as far back as I can remember anyways, is that they often will have a pig involved in somehow. Sometimes you just ride them. Usually there's a cutscene or something that actually shows the pig, and if you noticed, we actually saw it. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure pigs are indigenous to the Wakanda forest. Maybe they are, but I'm feeling like maybe that's kind of a stretch right there. So it's kind of nice to see the old piglet right there making his appearance quite early, as this is only level 4. But all right, we used the tracking ability with Black Panther, and then we used his digging ability to go ahead and reveal a couple of bricks, which gave us a push lever onto that minecart. We pushed that minecart into what seemed to be some sort of ejection tool, and it launched it on over and gave us a couple of extra bricks to use to actually make a switch to flip the lids on those traveling hot lava minecarts. Now, once those were covered up, we could hop on them and make our way across, and you probably noticed She-Hulk had a strong handle that she ripped off. And I would like to point out, too, that there is this interesting fact where when she uses the strong handle, she only uses one of the handles and one arm. So, like, is she just that strong that she doesn't need both hands, or what's going on there? What am I missing? But, all right, we went ahead and we smashed the cracked wall, which revealed some sort of a terminal, and that's right, it's a hacking terminal. We need to go inside as Ms. Marvel and flip this script on its side. That's right, we're actually going to move and manipulate this thing, and I do believe there are a couple of ways to get through this as well. As you twist it, it opens and closes different areas and obviously changes the perspective of gravity, and you want to make your way all the way down and around so you can get to that switch, that red switch at the end there. And once you get there, you got to give it the old ka-chow or pow right in the kissa, depending on which one you prefer, and make that flip. Wait, make that switch flip. There we go. Second time's a charm. All right, we got it open, and woo to the hoo! We come flying out. Now, you probably noticed that I did a little butt slamming before I cracked that wall open, and there was like a little grate back there, and we could use Miss Marvel to go through it, and there's actually a collectible as soon as you go to the other side. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what collectible that is. I think it's a character token, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it's got Deadpool or maybe Gwenpool on it, so maybe it's a Gwenpool brick, but it seems weird that they'd give us like what looks like some sort of a key card or a circuit card instead of like the actual pink brick. So again, still moving it up. I'm still ahead of my guide writer Tyler P, and that should change today though. Today's his day off, and he should go zooming right on by me as I've got lots of editing and recording to do, and all he has to do is play and document. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all he has to do. There's quite a bit involved there. All right, we used our sense ability to go ahead and avoid a box falling from above, which then shattered into pieces, and we built up into this terminal, which actually gives us access to this crane. Now, I was a little skeptical about the crane because I picked up the wrong minecart and revealed a mini kit, which, as you guys know, we're going to skip all of those collectibles and come back and get those in the free play. However, I wasn't sure what was going on and how easily that mini kit was going to be avoided. So I end up picking up that other box, which frees the path of the minecart I actually need to move along the tracks here. And then, of course, I just methodically go around to the side that isn't close to the mini kit, so I can avoid that for now. I actually got a little scared. I'm like, Spider-Man, what are you doing? I thought he was going to go pick it up for me, you know, because maybe he's like me and he's got to get them all. But, all right, we push that card into place here, and it going up, it looks like. We're going to send up a nice little care package to the peeps up above, and hopefully they will enjoy our little gift. Let's see here. Well, oh, turns out they don't even really notice. But our tracks have run out, so we need to find some of them. And my guess is it's going to be hiding inside of that liquid hot magma. And, ooh, there's a switch that it's kind of indicating we might need to flip. So let's see what we can see. Now, I, right off the bat, saw that little web go up, and I thought I was going to have to jump and climb up there. But I was like, wait a minute, that's not the case. And which way do I go? Over here? Well, look at that. It looks like there's where Mr. Stan Lee is in peril. I'm not sure how you break that Black Panther-looking brick, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the Black Panther. That being said, we're actually discovering a ladder that's kind of hidden within the elevator shaft, which gives us access to get up top. So, woohoo! Oh, we got some bad guys waiting for us up here. A little dance time. Dancing, dancing, dancing. All right. Watch me get down. Watch me get down. That's right. Look at that. That was good timing, huh? I honestly did not plan that, but I should have said watch me fall down, because that's essentially what I did. And speaking of falling down, once you get up top, you got to go to the right side and kind of towards the front of your screen, and then you can drop down to this lower ledge, which is right above where we found that Black Panther spot. Now, there are some green, kind of viney-looking bricks here that we need to use the Black Panther for, so we're going to summon him and get him up. Now, for whatever reason, he was stuck down below there, so I had to make a nice little journey up top, and we can drop down and go ahead and clean those away with our nice sharp claws. All right, now we just need to sneak on through. I thought I was going to need Miss Marvel, and it turns out I do. So we'll switch on over to her and get oh so small and go inside there. Follow the stud trail all the way down, and, of course, flip that switch at the end. And shout out to TT for making this easier. In LEGO Dimensions, you had to go small in order to get into those spots, and then you had to move your character on the toy pad to a different location to make it either large or regular size, and that was a real pain. And I'm glad that they actually made that animation just natural for us, so we didn't have to go out of our way to go from small back to big in order to flip the switch. You know what I mean? It's just one extra step, and it makes the gameplay a little bit easier and more fun. Now, I gave a shout out to TT, and I better give a shout out to Warner Bros. As well. As you guys know, they did hook us up with a copy of this game, hence the WB promotion up in the top right corner, as well as the other hashtags and information included in our video description. Now, it's up to us to make sure that we disclose that information to you, because it was a gift, and we don't want you guys to think that we're providing any kind of biased reviews or anything like that. Even though we don't really do a whole lot of reviews. In fact, most of the stuff I talk about in regards to reviews is like, hey, you should do this differently because this sucks. So, if anything, I'm giving negative reviews, but it's important that I disclose the fact that this game was gifted to us by Warner Bros. So, all right, that being said, we've got the minecart all the way in. A couple of bad guys required a little extra attention there. I had to use my web-slinging wonder to go ahead and distract them and then take them down. And essentially, I had to switch to Black Panther and wander around until the old tracker or sense ability popped up. And then we've got the Man-Ape comes in and tries to attack us, but luckily for us, we got that sense ability that allowed us to get out of there in time. But once Man-Ape left, he actually revealed a couple of buildable bricks that looks like, what is that? It's dynamite! So we'll go ahead and jump up and pull the lever, and boom goes the dynamite. Right into our next cutscene.
Stand and fight! You cowards! Man-Ape, I thought I could smell your unique odor.
You know, I can't imagine that a giant Man-Ape smells awkward or distinctly different than anybody. I mean, seriously, like, what is going on with Man-Ape? Now, they started to talk about him a little bit earlier, and they mentioned that a regular human bathed in, and then they stopped him. What is that all about? I need to go do some Wikipediaing or something and find out what really is going down with Man-Ape, because it looks like it's basically a normal person in a giant suit, kind of like a mascot or something for maybe like a basketball or football team. However, this dude seems to be like one with that suit. So, what's going on there? Like, I don't know. I know there's a handful of you guys that know all this Marvel stuff. If you could drop me some comments to help save me some search time, that would be great, because I'd love to know a little bit more about Man-Ape and his origin. But if you guys fail me, which I doubt you will, I can certainly find that information by doing some quick Googling. Now, doing some searching here, too, we find that we've got a little spot over there that requires a little dog wonder that we don't have yet. Now, he is going to be quite the surprise and fun to play with once we get to him as well. We're going to be doing some chomping, that's for sure. Anyhow, looks like we can't get that mini kit, although you might be able to use Spidey to get out over under that ledge. My guess is the game prevents you from being able to do that. You probably need somebody that has a special ability, and there's probably more than just one person that has that ability, but... All right, so basically, we got the rule of 3 here with old Man-Ape. We got to avoid his lava attacks that come from the sky. Then he sends some bad guys out for us, I think. And then once that happens, he comes back, and we've got to go ahead and attack him until he gets the old Tweety birds around his head. And then we can jump on his back and go for a little piggyback ride. We go for the advanced piggyback ride, though, where we're smashing him in the back of the noggin. And eventually, we get... knocked off, and basically we have to repeat that whole process again. So yeah, I was right. Bad guys came in. I knew what I was talking about. But all right, we are on the second round, I do believe. Actually, you know what? His health meter is pretty depleted. Maybe this is round 3. Fight! But oh, we got a big time multiplier going there. Unfortunately, I did not collect a ton of studdage, which would have been sweet to add that up, because we are searching for that 800K total so we can get that 2x pink brick stud multiplier that's already readily available. We just need that studdage to go ahead and do it. Now, you know something that I would like to suggest? They have all these cheat codes. I know that people have used them in the past, and sometimes it affects trophy achievement progress or will affect some sort of thing. They need to add studs to the cheat codes. Give me some studs with the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? All right, Man-Ape down. Let's see what the cutscene brings for us. Huh?
This is the last time you will defile my land with your presence. I will have justice for my father!
Ah, the pussycat lives. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to catch up, I have pressing business to attend to. Time for a little cat nap. Hey? Shoot! Get off! Stop pressing! Thanks for your patience. And now, for the crescendo!
Now that's what I call a boombox.
Are you okay?
Apologies, my friends. A foolish error. Quickly, while the trail is fresh.
The Klaws are out. That's right. I love how they wrap this up with timely comics, and it's good timing too, as if you guys watch AMC at all, check the channel, Robert Kirkman, the creator of The Walking Dead, is actually doing kind of a history of comics, and they just started this last week, and it was cool because they actually talked about the evolution of Stan Lee and all of the people that he worked with, the different the illustrators and things, like Jack Kirby, and how they created Marvel, and just how it all started as timely comics. And so, like I said, it's really timely that they're bringing this out with this homage to the old school, because, you know, I'm learning about it, and I kind of know about it, so it was fun for me to see that. But hey, check it out. We got a handful of characters for completing the level, and of course we got that gold brick as well, and nothing else. We'll come back for that, but that's gonna wrap it up for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 Level 4 What's Klaws is Mine story. Hopefully you guys found this video fun, entertaining, and maybe helpful if you got stuck along the way. As for me, I got some more recording and editing to do, so as always, until next time, see ya.